Hey everyone, and welcome back to my next video. Now today I'm going to show you on how to make a potion factory that allows you to make almost every single potion in the game with a single click of the button using the create mod. Now this design came from Blockous and I, so please take a moment to go check out Blockous' channel in the description. He makes a ton of fantastic redstone create mod related content, and there is no way that I could have done this without him. I mean, you could already see the redstone going on behind me. Now, before we get started, this video has taken weeks to create, and the amount of time and dedication between the two of us has been insane. So please like this video if you can. That's all we ask, is that you drop a like on the video if you enjoy. Now, the way that this video is going to work is it's going to be broken up into timestamps, such as I'm going to start by explaining on how potions work as a whole, and definitely how it changes inside of the create mod. And then I'm going to pass it over to Blockous, and he's going to talk more of the redstone design in this machine and like how we even pulled that off. And then we'll end up going back to why did this take so many weeks to design a machine like this that theoretically should have been so simple. We'll talk about all of those errors in GitHub and some other craziness like that. Also, there's the schematic download inside of the description, so if you want to go ahead and actually download this map in creative mode or even survival mode, you can go ahead and use the schematic cannon to deploy it. Now, we have built this whole machine to be used in survival mode. Not the most efficient. We weren't really going for efficiency. We were just going for a machine that actually works. So maybe we'll make a V2 in the future or something like that if you guys really want to see that at some point in the future. But now, without holding back anymore, let's jump straight into the video. So to start out, I figured the best way to go about this would be to tackle just basic Minecraft potion making, just a very high level, how does it work, and then talk about why would you even want to do it in the create mod, besides just automating it. But if you want to skip over this, of course, just click ahead in the timestamps. But to start out, I'm going to have this chart pop up on the left side of the screen, just basically showing all the different potions you can make. And this was basically our key process of how we can make this entire machine. Because the way it works is that you have water and you have nether wart. When you mix those together, it turns into an awkward potion, and then you take any one of the other number of ingredients and it can turn into any type of potion that you're looking for. And then there's some extra steps that you can add on, such as adding any type of redstone or glowstone to basically increase the effectiveness of said potion. So you can, like, for a potion of swiftness, turn it to potion of swiftness 2 or turn it to a potion of swiftness plus, which makes it last longer. Or other different things. You can even use some ingredients to traverse between potions. So take a potion of swiftness and now make it a potion of slowness and things along those lines that get a lot more complicated than what we were looking for inside of a video like this. But we were able to nail down almost every single one of the potions except a couple of them that Blockous is going to touch upon. But that being said, the reason you make them inside of the create mod is, one, you can automate the entire process using mixers, kind of like the mixers that we have behind here. This is a very basic potion making setup that actually doesn't work, which I will explain later on. But the benefit of it is if you use a brewing stand and you make potions, you only get 3 potions at the very end. And if you use create mod at the very end, you can get 4 potions. So there is a benefit if you make several potions inside of the create mod. So that's the gist of automating it and using the create mod.
Hey everybody, Blockous here, and I'm gonna try to quickly go over the redstone behind this machine and hopefully making a little bit of sense. And I'd like to start with the recipe book portion of this machine with all the redstone links that you see around here. Basically, if I press a button right here, the light above the potion, and this is Potion of the Turtle Master Plus, which I honestly have no idea. I think it makes you slower. So right behind the button, there's a power toggle latch, or a T flip-flop, which is basically a latch that powers on and off when you send a redstone signal through it. So if we press this again, it comes off. And this is useful because you're going to want to turn off the potion that you're done brewing so that the lights over there turn off and you can start another recipe. And then I have redstone links right back here that have the same item that's going to need to be in the potion as a code. So whenever I need a turtle shell, I place this one. Whenever I need redstone dust, I placed the same redstone link, and that made everything pretty easy to code for that machine. So now that this thing is pressed, we can go ahead and look at this set of lights, and it tells us that we need to place redstone and we need to place turtle shells. Let's go ahead and try to brew this potion. Okay, so now that I have the ingredients for the Potion of the Turtle Master Plus, we're gonna try to brew it, but I also brought 2 of each ingredient to show you what it's like to try to brew more than one batch. So I'm placing 2 nether warts in here. I'm placing 2 of the first ingredient, which is the turtle shell. And then I'm placing the 2 redstone here and pressing the button. So first of all, what happens is the awkward potion gets brewed in this basin right here with the nether wart, and then it passes right along into the second basin, and then it mixes into, first I believe it's like the turtle potion and then turtle master, however it goes, and now you get the correct potion in the end. And then as a result, that redstone content observer turns off. But this actually was a very clever solution to a weeks-long issue that we had that Rocket came up with, so I'll leave that to him to explain to you after this part. Now, as soon as I press the button, what happens is this redstone pulse adjustable pulse repeater, which is a repeater from Create mod that sends a single pulse from a redstone signal, and you can adjust how long it waits before it sends the signal. So right here we wait 2 seconds, and then we send a quick pulse through these repeaters into these blocks right here. Now let me show you what this is doing. Right under each one of these barrels, we have a couple of hoppers that lead into a double chest at the bottom. So you'll see we have one over there for the nether wart, we have one for the turtle shells or for the first ingredient, and one for the last ingredient. And on the other side, we have some for the flammable items, but they go directly into the depot, so there's no logic going on there. Now right here, behind these blocks, there are 2 redstone torches that are locking these funnels that come out of each one of our double chest. And what these funnels do is that whenever they're unlocked, when the pulse comes through, they're going to release only one item. So this protects the machine from getting clogged up, so you can brew multiple batches by just adding more water later and then hitting the brew button again. What happens is the item gets shot up here, and it gets picked up by this funnel in some kind of weird create mod effect. The items are just gonna go into this chest, defying all the laws of physics. Now what happens is the items are gonna get dropped here. The nether wart is gonna go up through here into the first basin where the awkward potion will get brewed, and then the rest will go here into the second basin. Now you always want to make sure that there are bottles here to pick up the potion before you brew the second batch of potion, because if you don't do that, you're going to end up clogging up the machine as well, and then you're going to have to go clean everything up manually. So now that we have the items still in there, we can just add a bucket of water, like I said, and then we press the button one more time, and that should seamlessly brew a second batch of the potion without causing us any issue. And this is the best way to go about brewing multiple batches with this machine. And there's one more issue I want to tell you about for this machine, is that there are some potions that are missing because unfortunately adding a third ingredient to this recipe makes the basin clog almost every single time. No matter what we try to do with delaying the signal or anything like that, did not work. So perhaps that will be something we do for a future version of this machine. But for now, I believe that this is everything I had to say here. I hope that this has been helpful, and I will leave the rest to Rocket.
All right, perfect. So thank you, Blockous, for showing off the redstone side of everything and even how to make multiple batches of potions using our machine. Now, I wanted to go over the issue that he talked about that we ran into that makes kind of no sense, but it's definitely an issue, and probably one of the reasons that some of you guys watched the redstone design and went, why did you do this much work? You don't need this much work. And that's because of all of this. So let me show you our basic potion creation system we have up and running here. And what we're going to do is light our blaze burners first, because the basins need to be lit in order to make potions. And then I'm going to run through on how this whole system works. So right here, we have an awkward potion filter on our smart fluid pipe. And what this is doing is if we place any liquid inside of this basin, such as just water, it's not going to let it get pumped through the system. It needs to be an awkward potion in order to let that through. And then same as the next basin, once it takes the awkward potion in, we're making a swiftness potion. Let's say that. If I throw sugar in here, it's going to wait for it to be a swiftness potion, and then it will let it go through the pipes and out on the spout. And I actually covered this in my potion making video with basically the exact same setup, and this works perfectly. The issues where we run into this is where I place down a filter, which in this filter is 3 different types of potions, and it doesn't even matter how many there are. This is where we're going to run into an issue. And just to show you, there's a potion of swiftness from the very lowest amount in here. So it should only let potions of swiftness, potions of leaping, and potions of fire resistance go through. And you're going to watch that not be the case. So we're going to put our nether wart inside of here. It's now turned into an awkward potion, and it's now traversing through the system and going into this basin. And one thing you're going to notice in a few seconds is that it's actually just gone through the smart fluid pipe and's gone right into the spout and is now going to output right onto our water bottles or just our regular bottles and not be the potion of what we wanted. So that's where we ran into the issue, is it doesn't care what type of liquid it is in, or any type of potion. It doesn't basically look at each type of potion. It just looks as if it is a potion and lets it go through. And that might have seemed kind of complicated, so let me cover that a little bit more. So one thing that you've noticed in a regular filter is that we've set up different types of potions. Now, in our eyes, we were like, okay, it's gonna look and go, is it a speed potion? No. Is it a jump boost potion? No. Is it a fire resistant potions? No. Okay, we're not gonna let it go through. What it's doing instead here is it's going, is it a potion? And if it goes like an awkward potion, it goes, yep, it is. All right, let it through. And that's all it's checking for. So that's what screwed us up, is because we were like, all right, let's just use an attribute filter, which of course with attribute filters, you can add referenced items, and then you can like discriminate based on, is it in a group of brewing, and things like that, which we just couldn't actually work with that. It doesn't help us. We even tried to use a deny list that we would deny awkward potions, but it was the same thing. It would deny all potions or deny no potions, and that screwed up our entire system. It made this really way more complicated. And one thing that I was like, at one point was like, maybe it's just we're doing something wrong. And I found, looking into the GitHub issues of CreateMod, this is an issue that happened all the way back in January that's still open currently. So that should have just popped up on the screen. Definitely ruined a lot of the design aspect of this machine. And we had to rebuild the entire machine about a week ago because we built the whole thing and then realized that this was the issue. So yeah, that's one issue that we ran into. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. It's been a ton of work to go ahead and create a video like this, and I couldn't have done it without Blockous. So please go ahead and at least stop by over there, maybe subscribe to him and say hello in one of his comments. On top of that though, I want to point out that if you guys enjoy series like this, where we have a lot more complex ideas and try to build a much more larger machine and then just share the schematic, let me know in the comments. I think it'd be cool to collaborate with some other CreateMod people, even previous mechanic crafters, and even some new people out there to just basically dive deep into some type of system and make a video on it. So let me know if you enjoy that in the comments. But other than that, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys all in the next one.